Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm coming at you with a deck profile. Played in a case tournament, decided to play plants. I ended up taking third, went X1, and we just ended up splitting top. So we can go over what I did, what I played, and then I'll tell you about my matchups afterwards. So I'm playing 43 cards, and we're playing the Adventure Engine. So let's just get into it real quick. I got three of the vanilla plants, and then I play the ways to get to them. So three decision, three die, and the 1-for-1. Um, I was almost not gonna play 1-for-1, but ended up going for it because of a card on my side. But I probably would have dropped it if I didn't for a lone fire, because I feel lone fire kind of like came up once, and I'm not playing that. So I probably would have dropped this for the lone fire if I wasn't playing a certain card in my in the main deck, and I'll get to that here in a little bit. And then we play the three engine spells and traps. So we play the one sowing, the one shrine, and the one bloom. If you're not playing shrine, you're doing something wrong. That guy who taught nationals, I don't know how he managed to. This is just follow up. It is just if they manage to break your board, or if you open a suboptimal hand, this card will save your ass. So I'm a big fan of it. I'm not a fan of this at more than one unless you're playing no brave or punk, playing like just the pure the Riga version, then play this at 3. But I'm not a fan of it at 2 at all. And then for the other plants, like the plants that we have the one rose girl. This comes up a lot, especially in the adventure version, because you could ditch her and then just add her back and then ditch her again for shrine. She can summon yourself if there's an interaction. And then Rose Whip. This just turns Despia and a lot of other decks just completely off. And then you can protect it with the Therion Field Spell. So it's just absolutely insane. But we will be cutting this in the next after the next set. Sunseed Twin is just, I open this every time. It's the only real hard brick in your deck. Like if you open up Sowing or Shrine or even Laurel, if you open them up, that's completely fine. Like opening this up actually feels pretty good because you can just play through a lot. Um, but uh, opening Sunseeds and then opening Roadwhip can also kind of be a brick. But Twin is the only hard brick, because for it to be good, you have to pretty much have this and Unexpected Die, or a way to get out your seed without normal summoning, so that you can put her in your graveyard and then normal her to revive, and it it doesn't play her out. It just gets beat by too many hand traps. So I really don't like opening them, and I opened them 3 different games in a 5-round event. So whatever. Um, and then for the Therion stuff, we play the 2 Lily, the 1 King, and the Disc Coliseum. Um, I kind of wanted to play this at 3, but I was trying to keep the deck the size of the deck down, and I just really couldn't find anything else to cut, because I don't like playing 2 of this and then ending with Disc Coliseum up. Like once the Rika field spell comes out, I'm a lot more comfortable playing 2, but I don't like playing 2 and then having a field spell and it might not have a target to dump. Uh, but at the end of the day, when I was playing 3, I always sided one out anyways, so might as well just completely cut it. But it was fine. I still saw it a lot. And then we played the adventure engines, so the 3 Enchantress, the 3 Right, Griffin, Draco Bag, Adventure, and then Foolish. I need to upgrade this to Secret, but it's one of the only cards I actually care about the rarity. But this was good, but I opened it every single fucking game. I would, like, at one point my opening hand was Seed, Adventure, Dracoback, uh, like this was my hand. It was like this and then like a way to get to seed. And I was like, well, at least I have a way to get to seed. But like I will be opening like 3 or 4 pieces of this engine every single match, at least once, and it's really annoying. So I'm kind of glad we're gonna cut this post Power of the Elements. But other than that, it's pretty good. It makes Droplet a lot better because if you could just pitch Enchantress off a Droplet and any extra of these rights, like it's fine, and it helps you OTK. So like this deck OTKs, but like through interruption, it's actually kind of hard to OTK. So unless you're like really relying on some extra deck stuff. So what I tend to do is just attempt to break their board, and then once I break their board, I will like I'll break their board and then just reestablish a board that they won't be able to get back, and I just kind of like choke them out and then kill them over a turn or two. And then for defensive cards, 3 Ash, the Gamma package. This was insane. Um, I hate Gamma. I've always hated Gamma. It started when a guy at my locals was playing pure Psyframes and ran my shit in for weeks, and then went and taught YCS Dallas with pure Psyframes. Ignore the 1 gold. I just haven't given a shit enough to go like try to get 3 matching rarities. Like Ash was the only one I was like, I need matching rarities. So, um, with this, it was actually pretty good. I opened driver only 1 time, actually twice, and it came in clutch because I was about 1,000 attack off of OTKing, and I had normal summon, so I just tribute summon for it over like one of my small plants, and then just swung in for game. So yeah, and then the second time, it was kind of dead, but I ended up pitching it for shrine. So I mean, it wasn't completely dead, but yeah, no, this actually came in like big clutch. And for the first time ever, I think I've resolved it more times today or yesterday because it's the next day than I have my entire career. So yeah, and moving forward, this is going to be one of the best hand traps for the next set. So if you don't have them, pick them up. And then I played a split of Forbidden Droplet and Dark Ruler No More. The theory is like Droplet's a lot better in the Adventure Engine because you can pitch your Water Enchantress, uh, and it's just better going first. And then Dark Ruler, like I wanted to have more than just 3 like hyper impactful hand traps because I was playing kind of a low number. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna play. I didn't really want to play 3 and 3. Like I was thinking about playing 3 Droplet and 1 Dark Ruler, but I was like, well, I use locals as a thing to test, so I was like, we'll test 2 and 2 and see how it goes. I didn't resolve this 1 time. Now, is it because it's not good? No, it's because I drew it like 3 times, but every single time, I drew it with like a gamma, and I was able to make them only establish like 1, maybe 2 interruptions, and then I was just able to play through it without actually using the Dark Ruler. So I was like, I actually want to like kill you, so I'm not going to use this, and I'm just going to hold on to it. And like at one point, I just pitched it for Shrine. It was fine. I would definitely play it again. Like if you're just looking for more impactful ways to interact, I would definitely play it. But when the new stuff comes out in the new Rico, we're just playing 3 Dark Roller. I'm probably not even going to play Droplet because that version of the deck doesn't do too well with discarding. Like you need the cards in your hand. So I might not play Droplet. I'll probably just end up playing 3 Dark Ruler in the next format. But in this version, yeah, I was a fan of 2 and 2. Like I almost always saw it, and that's a main deck. Oh wait, no, one more, one call by. Probably citing this next format, honest to God, but it was pretty good here. There's a lot of like hand trap heavy decks at my local, so I was like, we'll play it. And I knew there was Flunder. I knew there was a lot of people like maining stuff like Droll, people maining stuff like D-Shifter. So I was like, let's just main it. If it comes up, it comes up. If it doesn't, whatever. I drew it 1 time, but I had done full combo. And when you do full combo, you only have 1 spell and trap card available, spell and trap zone available. So excuse me. So I had the choice of either setting this or setting the trap card. So I was like, I'll just hold on to it, and it never came up. But it's good. It'll probably go on my side deck. Next format, and then the extra deck, we play 3 Dryas. We play. I like three, because if the first one gets stopped, you still have full combo. So don't let anybody tell you three's bad. Three's great. Two healer. The second one comes up for the combo I like to go. The Rosewood combo, you need two, and I'm a big fan of it. So I play the two. The one Thrasher, this is the card that swings you in for game. You don't really need more than one. I don't really like two, and if, some people have been talked about cutting it all together, and they can fuck right off. And his card is insane. Two Jasmine. Um, this card is absolutely insane. In the next set, you need a third. You can play if you want to do the full combo. You want to play a third one, but I don't think I'm going to do that. So I might just continue playing the two. One thing I did realize is that it's a light, so Chow Fang turns it off. So you have to deal with Chow Fang before you do full combo, which is really fucking annoying. But yeah, it searches pretty much everything in your deck. It can summon from the deck. Um, I'm just absolutely great card. Great card. Great in this deck, not once per turn. Nothing in this deck's once per turn. Two Melius. He's part of your full combo. He makes it so Thrasher can attack multiple times. I don't like the three. I don't. I'm sorry. Like, I had space to play three. I had people telling me to play three, and I was like, it's never come up. It's never come up. And my reason why is they're like, oh, well, it helps you OTK faster. Well, if I'm breaking your board and I'm getting to the point that I can put three Meliuses on the field, I am already OTKing you, or I'm going to establish a board that on your follow up you won't be able to play. Like, I'm going to stop you. Like, I'm going to put 4 interactions and break your board on the field. So I don't like three. Don't play three. And then for the big guys, we have the Big Tree and we have Resurgent. These cards are I only went into this when I did full combo, and I didn't resolve the pop effect. For a lot of people don't know is you can sack a plant it points to, like a link monster, and then non-targeting destruction destroy your opponent's field. The cards on your opponent's field based on its link rating. So the idea is you make it in Bengal Lancer, send Bengal Lancer, pop 3 for non-targeting destruction, or you'll send Melius and pop 3. This pops 4. But it didn't come up. Bengal Lancer came up a lot. Due to the ruling, you can't bounce 0 attack monsters with Bengal Lancer, which is annoying. And when people know that, they like to abuse that. So, But this card was insane. I paid down to 500 life points once. Bounced the thing and then pushed it in for game against, I want to say it was against Sword Soul. So it was it's just it's good removal, but it's also a light, so you got to deal with Chow Fang before you make that card. And then the last 3 spots are a little bit weird. So normally somebody will play the big level 8 Rika card, but those are still in the mail and haven't come in, so I had to pick something else. So I decided to play the Sunavalon Link 2. She can excavate the top 3 up to the top 3 cards of your deck, and then special any plants, and then she can make the monsters that she points to become the same level. Unfortunately, the cards you summon off of her can't be used as link materials, so she's kind of. I kind of just made her because she's a generic Link 2. Well, it's 2 plants, but she's a Link 2. I had the spot available, and I was like, okay, let's give her a shot. I think I made her one time, and it wasn't even to like I wanted to one attempt to bait out an Ash as well as open up a zone, because my field was like a couple like little guys and a Jasmine, and like I needed a field to go into I needed an extra spot to go into Thrasher because I had a Bengal Lancer too. And I was pretty sure my opponent had Ash, and I just kind of wanted to bait or some form of a hand trap, and I didn't want them to do it to Jasmine, so I went into Dance, attempted to activate the effect. They resolved it. They're like, yeah, whatever, because they're smart, and the bait didn't work. And I just hit 3 spell cards, which is what you're always going to hit, and then tributed her off. Baited out the Ash that way. But really tried to avoid that. And then the last 2 cards of my extra deck is the 1 Nightmare Phoenix. The fact that it's just two monsters with different names, so just two generic kind of, is is very relevant. It comes up a lot. It didn't actually come up in this tournament, but I've been playing this for a couple weeks now, and it's come up in the past. There's also a lot of Zombie World running around my locals, so it helps out Zombie World. And yeah, it's a good card. If you got a link, one you can. It's pretty easy to make a link with it and still draw off of it too. So it's a good card. And then the last card in my extra deck is a third Omega, or sorry, not third, an Omega for the Gamma. And the Gamma is the reason why I played 1 for 1, was because I was like, well, I actively want to, like, because I mained it, so I was like, if I'm going first, I want to bait out something to Gamma. Like, I don't want this Gamma sitting in my hand, and I want to make the Omega. So I did the Gamma. Excuse me, sorry. Um, I made the what's it called? So I was like, 1 for 1 can at least bait out an Ash. It's like one of the biggest Ash targets. So I was like, you know what? Well, what am I gonna do with this Omega while it's sitting on the field? Because you can't full combo with, if you're going first, a driver and a Gamma on your field, you can't full combo. So I was like, I'm just gonna play Omega because I had it sitting in my bulk box, and it came up once. My Gamma got ashed a bunch of times for some reason, but the one time I did get to resolve this on my turn, I made it and then hit a DD Crow out of my opponent's hand. So that was, and then proceeded to go full combo. And then the side deck is a little weird. I saw my side deck like twice, so like I've been trying out a bunch of different side deck options. So take this with a grain of salt, but theoretically it's all good. Two nib for the combo. There's a lot of combo running around right now, but it's kind of like falling out at my locals, like the big combo deck. So that's why I cut it down to two. I was like, there's not as much like punk piles going around at my locals. It's a lot of Despia and Sword Soul. So I was like, I'm just gonna cut this down to two to make room for the token collectors. Because like I said, there's like 5 Sword Soul players now. Before there was only like 2. And so I was like, I'm just gonna play the token collector. Didn't come up, didn't see it against the one Sword Soul I played against. Double Cosmic. There's also a lot of Zombie World running around, and I did want to have something to decide in against Scythe decks. There was only like one Scythe deck in the whole tournament, which shocked me because week to week everybody changes what they play, so it's really hard at my locals to predict what you're going to play against because everybody's playing something different every week. So yeah, with that was the theory behind Cosmic Cyclone. Was I was like, I want to out the field spell, I want to out Zombie World, I want to out Scythe. So Cosmic was the spot. And then Red Reboot and 2 evenly matched. I was playing 3 evenly matched, but I wanted to work in the token collector. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna cut it down to 2. And if I run into back row dot decks, then I'll just side these 5 in. And then if I play against random bullshit, then these are 2 really good because I don't have lightning storms. So I was like, I'm just gonna side in the double evenly match and the red reboot. Sided them in once, didn't see it. I have actively never seen red reboot, so one day I'll be able to resolve that card. And then the 3 ofs were 3 D barriers and 3 anti-spell. Like I said, there's a whole lot of Despia and a whole lot of Sword Souls. So I was like, I want to max out against those. I saw anti-spell one time against Flunder, and then I didn't see D barrier at all. But it's whatever. It's because I'll go over my tournament report real quick. So I played against round 1. I played against like a Despia control deck. It was like a lot of hand traps and floodgates. I ended up winning 2-1, especially game 1 where he resolved 4 hand traps against me, and I was just like, okay, little tree pass, I guess, but he didn't draw any engine, and I was able to 2 OTK him the next turn, and then game 2, he just floodgated me out of the game, and then game 3, I was able to play through some more interactions and ended up getting the match. Round 2, I played against, I want to say Sword Soul, and I won 2-0. It was wasn't too hard. Um, I was just able to play through all of his interactions. Sword Soul can be rough sometimes, but I was able to pretty successfully play through it, and then full combo, bounce his monsters, attack per game. The adventure engine is really helpful for that setup. And then round three, I played against Tri Brigade, and I won the die roll. I won 2-0. I full comboed. He wasn't able to do anything about it. And then game two, he went first and didn't open up super well. And my hand was all spell cards. So I was like, just don't open up anti spell. And we did this. And he ended up putting up like, I did open Gamma. So I was able to Gamma one thing to keep him off of like his full board. And he ended up ending with like a suboptimal board. And then I small brained it and activated Fateful Rite of Erismir before Unexpected Die, and so I wasn't able to OTK. So the game dragged on a couple turns until he was finally able to clear my field, and then I was able to go Unexpected Die full combo, win the game. So yeah, don't forget activate Unexpected Die before you activate Rite. And then in round four, I played against Thunder. I got 2-0'd. It was a really close game. Really interactive, both game one and two. He played quickly. I played quickly. Game was over in like 20 minutes. Not even. It was less than that, but it was mostly because we both understand the deck and are able to do our combos quickly. So I was able to do my stuff quickly. He was able to do his stuff quickly, but it was very interactive, very back and forth, high quality game. I enjoyed it, but I did lose, get 2-0'd by it. So whatever. It's one of the worst matchups of the deck. And then the last round I played against Virtual World, and he played against Virtual World. I went first and full comboed him. He wasn't able to do anything about it, but he was able to out like all but one of my interactions. It's because I negated. So he was like, he went activate, negate your King Regulus. And I should have chained my Griffin to destroy the card, but instead I chained Regulus. Like I chained his own effect. And it left the card on the field, which allowed him to do his Virtual World combo. And I thought about, I thought about that immediately after declaring Regulus. So I was just like, fuck, oh well. But he was able to play through all but like one of my interactions, one game one, and then and then in game two he went first. I opened up, even though I sided in Nib, I didn't see it. I did open Gamma. He did his thing. I stopped him from doing a little bit. Or no, I opened Ash. I was able to Ash the guy that searches something. And then he ended up having to end on the level 8 walking macro, and then just like a defensive like body, like basically a chump blocker. And it was like 2400, and then I was just like that macro is annoying, but I opened up enough extenders that I was able to make Bagel Lancer bounce and then slam into the 2400 defense with Bagel Lancer, and then the right to the face. And I did end up top decking another Ash, so when he tried to do the follow up the next turn, I just Ashed it, and he scooped. So yeah, that was my rounds, and then we just split top 8, and and then the rewards were 2 boxes of legendaries from the deep. I tried to sell them for 30 a pop. Nobody wanted them, so I thought, hey, let's open them up on my YouTube channel. So that's what we're going to be doing after I'm done here. I'm going to be opening these 2 up and hopefully pull a droplet, and I can sell it and actually make some form of profit. Or maybe I'll pull stuff because I'm interested in those 2 water decks that are running around right now. So we'll see what we get out of it, but I'm very happy with it. And next set, this deck changes completely. We're playing the new Rika stuff, so make sure you tune in, and hopefully I do pretty well. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taking that to Dallas the day after the release, just because I don't think I'm going to be able to get Splight or Tier Elements in time. I'd rather not try to pick them up at the pre-release prices, so I'm probably just going to wait and play Plants, since the 2 new cards are commons and supers, and I have everything for it. So I think I'm just going to play Plants at that regionals. Hopefully I get a invite. If I do, then I'll post another deck profile for plants. So thanks. Don't forget to subscribe and tune in and come check out the box opening video.